we start with prayers. Anyone who has not done prayers so far, would you like to do? Yes, Mataji. Chandar Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
My pronunciation is not that great like yours, group, but
Actually,
I will.
comparison to the real Panditas, my pronunciation is also not that great. So you're chanting, you're trying your best, and you're chanting with devotion, and that's what matters. Go ahead, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for encouraging me. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnana Jan Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sava Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavan Cha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sada Vaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamcha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapate Kanchan Gorangi Radha Vrinda Vanishwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Beautiful. I didn't find anywhere any pronunciation problem. Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari. Okay, so we are in chapter 9, the second part of chapter 9. In this part, we will understand why Krishna is calling this the most confidential knowledge. Because what he's saying this is in this chapter is so he's opening his mind. We can see the Lord's heart in this, right? So Before that, we'll do a quick recap what we did in the previous, the first part. Of chapter 9. Okay. In verse 9.2, what does Lord Krishna, okay, 9.1 and 2, what does Lord Krishna call this knowledge? A, ordinary. B, royal knowledge and royal secret. C, superficial. D, limited truth. Nobody answered in chat. Am I audible? C. No. Okay, let me read the the options again. Okay. A, ordinary. B, royal knowledge and royal secret. C, superficial. D, limited truth. Yes. B is royal knowledge and royal secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Okay, according to verse 9.2, the knowledge is A, difficult and unachievable. B, dry and theoretical. C, joyfully performed and everlasting. D, only for renunciates. This one is quite uh, clear. Okay, C. Okay. Which energy of the Lord is described in verse 9.4? A, external energy. B, all pervading but not personally present. C, creative energy only. D, illusory energy. Uh, yes. Okay. So Krishna says here that in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. Okay. Text 9.5. What is the mystic opulence that is described in verse 9.5? A, Lord maintains all living beings but is not bound by them. B, the magical power of Maya. C, Lord creates illusions. D, none of the above. Yeah, Lord maintains all living beings but is not bound by them. Yeah, that's the right answer. Okay. Verse 9.7 explains what process? A, reincarnation. B, creation and dissolution of all beings. C, devotional service. D, demigods. This is also quite clear. Yeah. Okay, what misleads the foolish in verse 9.11? A, illusion of wealth. B, seeing Krishna as an ordinary human. C, power of yoga. D. Devotional ecstasy. Yeah, very clear. And it's saying that they deride me, thinking me as a ordinary human being. Okay. In verse 9.13, great souls are called as A. Bhagavatas, B. Mahatmas, C. Rishis, D. Yogis. For this, you should know the Sanskrit. Great souls are called as, yes, Mahatmas. Yes, he says Mahatmanastu Mam Partha. According to verse 9.14, how do Mahatmas worship Krishna? A. Occasionally. B. In rituals only. C. Always chanting and glorifying him with determination. D. Through karma alone. It is also quite straightforward. Yes. Always chanting and glorifying him. Okay, so then that how we saw that how he's supporting the universe with respect to karma yoga, how he's present as Vedas, the healing herb, anything to do with the yajna, every single thing. And then we saw the history of him lifting the Govardhan hill, and how he is controlling those who control the rain also. So now we have to read from 21 to 25. Anyone wants to read? Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Me, right, Mataji?
Yeah.
Okay. Text 21. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the result of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Text 22. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Text 23. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Text 24. I am the only enjoyer and the master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. Text 25. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. Those who worship me will live with me.
Thank you. Yeah. So we can see, did we come across this, that one goes to the heavenly abode after amassing a lot of punya here, and then after that the results is exhausted, come back to this mortal planet again, just like we are saving money and then going to an expensive vacation spot, Disneyland, and then buying tickets for this park and that park, and then going everything, and every day the ticket money is gone from morning to evening when we enjoy. And then after a time, we don't have money, we don't pay for the ticket, we are sent out. That's it. That's the allotted enjoyment for what we paid. So similarly, the vast heavenly sense pleasure is the result of pious activities, not spiritual activities. Pious activities, we do good karma, then we get good results, and then we get a lot of punya. This is not easy, especially from Kali Yuga. You know, in Satya Yuga, in the previous Yuga, there will be traffic jam. Many people go there to heavenly abode. Now in Kali Yuga, the traffic jam is only towards hellish planets. And the people who are overworked are Yamadutas. Very few go here. It's not easy. I mean, we see what are we doing, anything we are doing apart from our own selves. Pious activities means always doing something selflessly for others. So, but even then, you know, even if we do, then we seek sense enjoyment. And then after that, that's gone again. So that's why this but. So it's contrasting. Let's recite this important verse. Anyone wants to recite? Okay, maybe I'll recite. Vidya Mataji.
Chintayam.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Pariyupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham.
Yeah.
Hare
Can you
Krishna.
do one line by line so everyone can repeat?
Yes, Mataji. Ananya Chintayanto Mam
Ananya Chintayanto Mam
Ye Jana Pariyupasate
Ye Janam Pariyupasate
Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam
Tesham
Nitya
Nityabhiyuktanam
Yogakshemam Vahamyaham.
Yogakshemam Vahamyaham.
Thank you. Where have you seen this Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham?
Vishnu Sahasranama Mataji.
Actually, this whole verse is repeated in Vishnu Sahasranama. Anywhere else? Anybody remembers?
LIC advertisement.
Yeah. See, LIC advertisement has this Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. They stole it from Krishna. The real person who can give insurance is Krishna. Okay, so, but those who worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. And both with respect to coming to Him. So, such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. Which devotee? Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Without any diversion, distraction, when continuously, a devotee is engaged in the devotional service, not for 1 year, 1 month, or 10 years and 10 months and 10 days. No, this is a marathon. Devotional service or bhakti yoga is not a sprint, 100 meter sprint. It's a lifelong marathon. So someone starts this process and immediately asks that why am I not getting the result? I'm not feeling attraction to Krishna. He's not coming in my dream. It's like asking, a first grade when we enter into the school, then we ask, if we ask, I'm not able to pass the 12th grade. I'm not going to college. But 12 years of study is required even for the material education. Then what about the, devotional service? That's why Rupa Goswami says we need to have patience and perseverance. But a person who is patiently persevering, patient that he would get the result and not eager about it, but every single day persevering in doing, in chanting, hearing, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, all this, the 9 process of devotional service, he approaches the Lord without difficulty, and that is yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. Right? So, what is this merciful protection of the Lord? The Lord helps a devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable condition life. So this is the difference of Bhakti Yoga and the other yoga process. Here Krishna promises. Krishna helps the devotee achieve and he protects him from falling down, even while in the process. Okay, what to say while we attain the Lord? Right? So definitely he'll make sure that we are not falling down from him again. So this is, we usually, there are so many, there are so many examples of devotees who have dedicated themselves like this and whom Krishna had, given them what they want or preserved them and protected them. If you can think of any, would you like to share some examples?
Can you repeat the question, Mataji?
Someone who comes to your mind when we read this thing from the Puranas, from other examples. But those who worship me with exclusive devotion, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
Dhruva Maharaj, Mataji.
Dhruva Maharaj.
Prahlad Maharaj.
Shilpa Mataji, nice to hear you after a long time.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna. Yes, Annapurni Mataji.
I was saying Prahlad Maharaj.
Right? Yeah. Prahlad Maharaj, yes. And
Mirabai.
Mirabai, yes.
Or also Gajendra,
Indra, okay.
the elephant.
Gajendra the elephant, okay. Vidya
Sudama.
Sudama, yes.
Narayana Bhattatri.
Yes, Nirmala Mataji. Narayana Pattatri is a very famous devotee in the south in Guruvayur temple. Okay. Srivatsa Prabhuji.
Mataji, would it be an offense to say my mother?
Yeah, you can. I mean,
I can.
yeah, definitely. There are many personal, examples also. So that's
Yeah, because I've seen her go through trials and tribulations
mm,
and struggle through them and come out. But so more personal, yeah. Anyways, yeah.
good. Thank you. Okay. So like this, Krishna says guarantees protection to always mercifully protect the devotee. Okay, and those who are devotees of other gods who worship them with faith. So what about, so since he's talked about exclusive devotion, he's telling what about who worship the other gods, but he says they do in a wrong way. Why? He is the enjoyer and master, and they don't recognize them. Usually, and so they want to worship the law, the demigods, and Krishna as Paramatma also facilitates their worship of because they have that desire. And as a super soul, he fulfills the desire. Okay. So what is the desire? Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Yanti deva vrata devan pitrin yanti pitrivrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti mad yajinopimam. So 3 classes: demigods, ancestors and those who worship bhutas. Excuse me, give me 1 minute. Okay. So those who worship the ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. So there are still some black magic. They are in the mode of, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Those people in the mode of ignorance like to take to worship of such beings, and then they reach there. So, but then he's contrasting those who worship me will live with me. Because wherever, whether we are going to the demigods or ancestors or the ghostly spirits, nothing is permanent position. At the end of Brahma's lifetime, the Brahma's day, and even in between during each Manvantara, many planets and the ruler of the planets are destroyed. So that's why he's contrasting this. He's not against the demigod worship, but he's clearly telling, if you take a flight from Toronto to New York, you cannot expect to come to Los Angeles or Florida because it's a ticket to New York. Not that whatever path you take, the result is the same. It's not like that. You take a path, you get the result. So, okay. We'll continue. (26 to 30). Anyone wants to read?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, Mata.
Text 26. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Text 27. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Text 28. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me, in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. Text 29. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Text 30. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Hare Krishna.
So this is a very, how to worship the Lord. He's saying exclusive devotion. How to worship him, 26 and 27. So anyone wants to recite this verse for everyone to repeat?
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयश्चति तदहं भक्त्या
Bhakti upahritam
भक्त्यपर्तम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः.
Very good, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, Srivatsa Prabhuji, you can chant and everyone can repeat.
Okay, so line by line, right, Mataji?
Yeah.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam
Patram
पुष्पं
फलं तोयं
yo me bhaktya prayachati
Yo
Yo
me
Bhaktya
prayachati.
Tad aham bhakti upar. Okay, go
tad
for it,
aha
Mataji. Finish. Okay, done. Tad aham bhakti upartham.
Tad
Tadaham
bhakti
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
ashna
Ashnami
Yeah. So it's very simple.
Mataji, that bhakti upa, how do you pronounce that?
Bhakti
Bhakti
upahritam.
upa?
Upahritam.
Upahritam. Okay, that's okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, so if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Only 4 things. Patram is leaf, pushpam is flower, phalam is fruit, toyam is water. And how many times bhakti is coming here? In one shloka. In this shloka, how many times bhakti is repeated? 2, yes,
3
twice.
times.
Twice.
Right? So Krishna is making clear that he's not in need of any fruit, flower, or water from us. Not from us, Kali Yuga products. But he will accept it if offered in devotion. Okay, if it is cooked in devotion, served in devotion, and also accepted in devotion. Then, see, prayata atmanaha, from one in pure consciousness. So that's why, in order, how can we be in pure consciousness? Anyway, we have to offer. But we are not in pure consciousness now. That's why the offering process goes along with chanting. So when we chant, we are purifying ourselves and we are eligible to offer something to Krishna. Otherwise, why would he accept? He's accepting because we are making an effort to purify ourselves by taking his holy name. And then they may say that why Krishna, should be given only this, why not other things? So one who loves Krishna will give him whatever he wants, and he avoids offering anything which is undesirable or unasked. Thus, meat, fish, and eggs should not be offered to Krishna. If he desired such things as offerings, he would have said so. Instead, he clearly requests that a leaf, fruit, flowers, and water can be offered to him. And he says, of this offering, I will accept it. Therefore, we should understand that he will not accept meat, fish, and eggs. Vegetables, grains, fruits, milk, and water are the proper foods for human beings and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him since he will not accept it. Thus, we cannot be acting on the level of loving devotion if we offer such foods. There is one history of one great devotee of Lord Shiva. So when we say this, immediately people will ask, oh, he offered meat. He was a hunter, first of all. And every day, whatever he hunts, he would come and give it to, Lord Shiva and do some, offer some flowers and go. So one day when he was offering, he found that from the eye, one eye of Lord Shiva, blood was coming. So he tried to do some medication, tried to see, but the blood was not stopping. So such a devotee, he took off his eyes to place there. And then, it is said that the second eye also started bleeding. Then it is said that he tried to take off the next second eye also. He can offer anything. Okay, such a person who can take off his eyes. But we should better follow what Krishna says. Whatever can be offered should be offered. That's why he says, see, why do we offer? So in the third chapter, we saw that if we don't offer, in third chapter, verse 13, Sri Krishna explains that only the remains of sacrifice are purified and fit for consumption by those who are seeking advancement in life and release from the clutches of the material entanglement. Those who do not make an offering of their food, he says in the same verse, are eating only sin, even if it's a vegetarian food. Because how do we pay for sunlight and the earth, which is, and the seeds and the water, everything for that grain and the fruit to come? Our $5-10 is not justified. We should give ourselves in devotion, offering that whichever the Lord has given to us to appease our hunger and thirst at that point of time. So if we don't do that, then we are enjoying something without paying for it. So that's why, in other words, their every mouthful is simply deepening their involvement in the complexities of material nature. But preparing nice, simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture or deity of Lord Krishna, and bowing down and praying for him to accept such a humble offering, enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body, and to create fine brain tissues which will lead to clear thinking. Above all, the offering should be made with an attitude of love. Krishna has no need of food, since he already possesses everything that be. Yet he will accept the offering of one who desires to please him in that way. The important element in preparation, in serving, and in offering is to act with love for Krishna. So, yeah, so this is a very important thing. And we can see the difference. For those who have started offering, offering means not just, dry fruits and makhana and, or the whole apple which is kept there as a whole, and then for a month it will be there, and then it will dry out, it will shrink, it will become dried apple. I mean, sorry to say, this is how, we treat God. On festival days, we go, we will, wipe and do some decorations and do some offering. No, every meal we eat, we cook it with such ingredients that it can be offered to the Lord. And if we offer to the Lord with this simple act, we are satisfying all the demigods, we are doing a great yajna, and we are purifying ourselves also. For those who take prasadam and people who don't take prasadam, you can see a gulf of difference. Those who are habituated to this offering of food and taking, their advancement is very quick and it's perceivable. Okay. Okay. Then Krishna says, and only offering, what about the other things? He says, whatever you do, yat karoshi, yadashnasi. Can someone recite for everyone to repeat who have not done so far? Abba Mataji, yes. We are not.
Yat,
Yeah.
sorry. Yat karoshi, yat shanasi, yat juhoshi, yat yat karoshi, yat shanasi,
Yadashnasi.
Yat karoshi.
yat yat shanasi,
Yashnasi.
yat juhoshi, dadasi yat
Yat hoshi dadasi.
yat pasyasi kaunteya,
Yat
Yat
pasyasi kaunteya.
tat kurushva madarpanam.
tat
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away as a charity, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. So, so that's why how he says that. Why should we do this? What is the result we get if we do this? Offering food and offering everything else. That means we should do only those activities that can be offered to the Lord, not that we do something else that's not proper value or morality, and then Krishna will not accept it. So in this way, our life is molded, okay, to be purified and not do sinful activities. And when we do this, we'll be freed from bondage to work. And why we have to be freed from bondage to work? We will be liberated and we can go to Him. And after all this, he's saying, this is a very oxymoron shloka. The first two lines say something, this he contradicts himself. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me. I am also a friend to him. So he wants everyone to become his friend. For everybody else who's not taking this process of bhakti yoga and chanting, he is equal. Even if they hate him, he doesn't hate them back. He gives them what they deserve according to the law of karma. But a devotee who's rendering service to him is saying, I am his friend because he has become my friend. We know, right? With friends, we can get through. If you are friendly to a influential person, then everything you can get. Like, one Prabhu was giving this example that Mukesh Ambani has got a grandson now, and before the child opens his eyes only, he's a billionaire. He knows that. I mean, he doesn't even know that, but he's a millionaire. So that's how in Bhagavatam there's a shloka that if we follow this process, just to do devotional service to him, come what may in our life, then we become the rightful heir to attain his lotus feet, to rightful candidate for liberation. So we don't need to do anything except try to become the friend of the Lord. And then what if someone is a friend of the Lord and some devotee has committed abominable action? So if someone by habit or by accident or by previous karma commits an abominable action, he need not go to any purificatory process, prayaschitta. If he continues to engage in devotional service, he should be considered saintly, he's saying. This is not, calculated, regulated people who misuse the path of bhakti, the pretenders who show off, and not like that. This is only referring to those who have had an accidental fall down. But just because he's continuing this devotional path, okay, everything will be set right. He should be considered saintly. Then we may wonder, how come he's doing abominable action? If everybody else does an abominable action, Krishna will give the punishment. But if a devotee does an abominable action, how come he should be considered saintly? We'll see in the next 4 verses. Who's going to read the last 4?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, Mata.
Text 30. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Text 31. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Text 32. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they may be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. Text 33. How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotees, and the saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Text 34. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me.
Yeah. Thank you. So, even if one commits the most abominable action, why he has to be considered saintly? Because he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, Kaunteya Pratijanihi. Why is he asking Kaunteya, Arjuna to declare? He can declare himself, right? That my devotee never perishes. Why? With respect to the verses before, if anyone has any. Yeah. It's
Is he
from,
testing him, Mataji?
no, I mean, yeah, of course, without test, who will take? Even if we want a job, so many rounds of interviews, and to go out of this birth and death, will we be accepted without? That's a different thing. But here, why is he making Arjuna promise? Because of his relationship with his devotee and friend. If there are two thick friends, I mean, we might, now it's a joke, we can't find such friendship, but we have seen that in even in the material life, one friend giving himself for the other. So Krishna is such a friend. When God says friend, he's a perfect friend. And what he does, if something he says also, he might do, might not do. But if our thick friend wants some help, okay, then would we not go out of our way and everything possible to try to help? Even when we have, why will he not have? So if Arjuna is declaring something, then Krishna will do anything for that to come true, because he's a Bhakta Vatsala. He loves the devotees more than the devotee loves him. So that's why he's saying, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. This happened in Mahabharat. We know that, right? We discussed in the 18th day also how Bhishma Dev took a oath that when the 5 arrows that he made for killing the Pandavas, and Duryodhana took it with him, and then Krishna woke up Arjuna and said, Go now. And you remember that during when you were in Vanavas and the Chitrasena Gandharva came, when Duryodhana was about to be killed, you fought with him and you requested him and gave him life. And at that time, Duryodhana said, Whatever boon you want, you ask from me. And you said, No, I will not. I mean, I hope that day doesn't come. But Arjuna, for your kind information, that day has come, not that night. Now only you go to Bhishma Dev and ask him to Duryodhan and ask him the 5 arrows. So he went to Duryodhan and Duryodhan was shocked to see him here. Then he asked Arjuna, okay, you want the war to be finished? I'll do anything. No, I only want the 5 arrows. And he sat down. How did he know? Just now I got the 5 arrows. I didn't even trust Bhishma Dev, because tomorrow morning he might say, Sorry, Duryodhan, I forgot the 5 arrows at my tent. So anything might happen or somebody might steal. So I kept it safely. And this fellow, how did you know that? How could he have known that? Even spies cannot reach his tent to give this information also. And there was nobody. It was only me and Bhishma Dev. So he went to Bhishma Dev's tent and asked, How did he do that? Uh, Actually, I think also there is one more thing. Arjuna took Draupadi also, and Draupadi came and paid obeisances, and Bhishma Dev says, Saubhagyavati Bhava. Okay, so that means may you live long life with your husband and children. And then Bhishma Dev knew who has done this. This is Krishna. Nobody else but Krishna could have done this. To bring Draupadi and to make me, to bring Draupadi, to make me take a promise and then get the thing. So now I'm making a promise tomorrow I will make Krishna take weapons. Because Krishna's promise is, I will not take weapons. So he said, okay. And then the next day, Krishna broke his own promise that he would not take weapons and took weapons to fulfill the promise of Bhishma to make his devotee happy. And then, Bhishma Dev says wonderful shlokas, and 11 verses that he's ready to be killed at the hands of Krishna, Parthasarathi, and how he's coming to, describing the beauty of the Lord. So that's the thing, that's why he says that, Arjuna, son of Kunti, you declare it that my devotee never perishes. So there is many stories. One is Bilva Mangal Thakur. He's a very famous devotee of the Lord, 800 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and and he had done his final rites to his father. And that day night there was a heavy rain and thunderstorm, and then he's asking his the boatman in the night to take him across the river. The boatman says, "Are you crazy? Do you think any boat will go in this thunder and rain? I'm not. I want to live." Then he runs away. Then he himself swims, take the boat, and um, you know holds a corpse, and then reaches the other side. And then there is a tree on which a rope is hanging, but the rope is very slimy. Actually, he, even with a slimy rope, he got it and went up and jumped into the balcony. Then he figured out it's not a rope, it's a snake. And finally, all this effort to see a prostitute, and she was named Chintamani. So Chintamani said that you came here in this night, braving all this wind and thing. If only you have a little bit of this uh, enthusiasm, eagerness to serve the Lord, serve our dear Lord Krishna, then how much you will be benefited. That was a spark. And that changed his whole life after that. That's why we should be careful before judging people. We don't know. I mean, his name was something else. I forgot. There's a beautiful drama some devotees did, and everyone was crying at the end. The drama was done like a movie. And during a Janmashtami.
Mataji, was it Tulsi Das ji, right?
No, Tulsi Das is another story. This is Bilva Mangal, right? Tulsi Das, but he is from the south.
Okay.
South India. So then he decided to go to Vrindavan, and on the way he gets attracted to another lady. So he asks her hairpins to pluck out his eyes, because the eyes are distracting. He doesn't want to see anything else except the Lord. And he wrote, so you can Google songs by Bilva Mangal Thakur. He's describing the Lord. Actually, the Lord gave him darshan. And he wrote literatures of rasa, of very that describes the pastimes between Krishna and his devotees. Only those who are in the level of raganuga or spontaneous devotion can even understand that. So many that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was fond of reading his book. So that's why, he says, my devotee never perishes. Actually, in the previous life, he was a devotee, and then he had given up, and it is said that through the words of the prostitute, he becomes. So he offers his obeisance. He considers her as his guru, the first guru. Along with the other gurus, he says she is my first guru who gave this, changed my, path completely. So that's why he says that my devotee never perishes. And then what to speak of people of righteous brahmanas, devotees, or saintly kings, even they of lower birth. Why women? That's a big thing. It's not that women are considered less intelligent or lower birth, but Prabhupada was telling, man and woman are equaling. Like you can't compare apple with oranges. It's like that. Both of them are complementary. So the point is, uh, in those days, women as was engaged in rearing the family and the kids, and so they wouldn't go to live a life of renunciation in the forest or learn from the Gurukula. But just by hearing from the husband and the sons, they would be perfect in everything, like Queen Kunti and Draupadi. When what to do with Ashwatthama, when they asked, Draupadi gave a very practical solution. After Ashwatthama killed her 5 children, he said, I don't want to kill him because she was so, level headed that she didn't want to kill the Guru's son, even though he has committed the crime of killing her 5 children. So we can see that in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So since they don't have access to the higher, to the Vedas and Gurukula and other things, merchants, because of them, the material society is surviving, and workers, laborers, we need somebody to build the home, to do other things. So they are involved in upkeeping of the society and not so much like the Kshatriyas and the Brahmanas to learn the Vedas. But of course, for taking shelter of Krishna, nothing is a criterion. Maybe for reading Vedas and following the ritualistic ceremonies, that's a thing. And he says, everyone who has taken shelter of me can attain the supreme destination. Okay, so finally, what he's telling, having come to this temporary, miserable world, Krishna is giving this Anityam, Asukam, Lokam. If we think that we will be permanently happy here, then we are mistaken. So, having come to this temporary, miserable world, engage in loving service to me. Because by engaging in loving service to Him, we can be happy even in this temporary, miserable world and attain a blissful destination that is not false. So that's why he says, Arjuna was born in a saintly royal family. To him also the Lord says, take to my devotional service and come quickly back to Godhead, back home. No one should remain in this temporary world full as it is with miseries. Everyone should attach himself to the bosom of the Supreme Personality of Godhead so that he can be eternally happy. The devotional service of the Supreme Lord is the only process by which all problems of all classes of men can be solved. We can try this. Everyone should take to Krishna consciousness and make his life perfect. So how to do that? How to take shelter of him? The next, what is the meaning of taking shelter of him? Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Engage, he didn't say engage your mind in thinking of me. Then we'll say once a month, once a year, once in 50 years, once in 100 years. No, always. Become my devotee. Mad bhakto. Madhyaji. Worship me. Mam namaskuru. Offer obeisances to me. Being completely absorbed in me. Mame vaishasi yuktva surely you will come to me. Atmanam matparayanaha. As if there is no need for him, for us to come to him. He's not lacking anything. But he's a friend, right? So he is telling it because he cannot, in one sense, tolerate his friends suffering here in the material world, life after life after life after life. So he says 4 things. Think of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. We'll see the same sloka in the 18th chapter also. Yeah. This is the last purport gives thing. One who always engages in Krishna consciousness should be understood to be a perfectly saintly person. His accidental non-devotional activities will diminish and he will soon be situated without any doubt in complete perfection. The pure devotee has no actual chance to fall down because the Supreme Godhead personally takes care of his pure devotees. Therefore, the intelligent person should take directly to the process of Krishna consciousness and happily live in this material world. This is also, oxymoron. In the place of temporary and miserable place, Krishna is giving us a way to live happily. He will eventually receive the supreme award of Krishna. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the most confidential knowledge. And why it is most confidential knowledge? Krishna is giving the key to his heart, key to purchase him wholesome in this chapter. Will we tell anyone, come here, I have this many assets, I have this much, this is my bank account statement, and I have this much jewels and this property. We won't say, right? That means giving our key. Yeah, here is a password. Everything password is here, bank account password, everything is here. That means we have given everything to that person. So Krishna is actually giving the password, his password to us in this chapter, which is secret. Even if we go through the Vedas, it's very hard to come to this conclusion. Because Arjuna is his devotee and friend, he gave this to Arjuna, and we are all happy to receive it. But if we don't get this knowledge through the devotee in the proper disciplic succession, then we will be a confused lot. What to do, even after all this, will not be clear. Whether I do this, that, and so many confusion. But if we follow the process of devotional service, following in the footsteps and examples of a devotee, things are simple and easy. So we'll pause here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. So questions, next 10 minutes we can take. Yes, Meera Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The offering of food to Krishna, I know you briefly spoke about it during our basic course. Is there like a easy, fast version we can do for daily use without reciting the big mantras and everything?
Yeah, even the mantras that is, can someone put in the chat the offering mantras that we use? So if you Google, you'll find that it's only a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 mantras only. And in that, we know almost everything. So each one, first we offer to Srila Prabhupada by telling his mantra, because we always take shelter of a guru. Guru is known to Krishna and he is doing the service to Krishna. So we take shelter of, unless we are, until we are initiated by a living guru coming in the disciplic succession of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya or any Sampradaya, we take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who is a Siksha Guru. So we take his mantra. After Diksha, we take the mantra of our Diksha Guru first, then the mantra of Prabhupada, then it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra, then it is Krishna's offering mantra. Can any devotee here Google and put the offering mantras either here or in the group?
So Mataji, can we also just do water? Would that suffice?
Yeah, for the start.
Okay.
At
But
least
food is preferred.
start with water, then water fruits, and then slowly start with offering food that is without onion and garlic. And why without onion and garlic? Is it a big sin? It's not meat, it's not egg. Okay, that's the traditionally we see that in any of the festivals or any of the temples, they don't offer food because these things didn't exist before. Even 500 years before. It's not there in our cuisine, but all came after British, invention, and then this is considered to increase the mode of passion and ignorance, as though it's not, we don't have it already enough. So we avoid that in offering. But if we are cooking with that, then we don't offer that. But we can offer whatever we are able to cook without onion and garlic, with love and devotion. Like if we make rice and dal and sabji, Rice and dal can be offered. Rice and yogurt can be offered. Rice and ghee can be offered. Roti and ghee, roti and jaggery, something, right? In what we eat, it's good. Water is good for a start, but then after some time he will think, oh, she's giving me water and she's having everything. He's
Definitely.
actually accepting, right?
Okay, very nice. Definitely. We'll work harder to make it more sattvic every day.
Yeah, whatever is possible. And if we do this offering, then we can see that if we effortlessly, we will be offering everything very soon.
Awesome. Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mata. Deepa Mataji.
Mataji, the same, I mean, a question on those lines only. Like, we offer maybe lunch or, in the morning puja. But what about like anything that we are eating here and there? Like, sometimes we are walking, eating something, just, you know, something like afternoon something, or
Yeah,
what
that's
about that?
like sometimes fruits can be offered whole, like, and then they are considered offered, and we can have them also. And sometimes the dry fruits and nuts are can be offered, and sometimes we eat snacks from outside, chips and all. If the ingredients are good, that cannot be technically offered, but at least in the mind we can say it's offered to the Lord and say Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Three times purify it and can be taken. Uh, at least the main meals, if we are offering to the Lord, that's good. And slowly, we can practice to eat maximum food that is offered.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Srivatsa Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. I had a question as you advance deeper and deeper. I'm sure we all have symptoms, right, of advancement. So is it safe to assume that two of these symptoms is that spiritual life becomes one more subjective and two more personalized?
Yeah, because we are offering every day, we are chanting. So, because we are taking effort to do this, we can feel the presence of the Lord. We can
Yeah.
feel the protection of the Lord. Everybody's situation may be different, but if we
Oh.
do these two things and connect to Krishna, offering and chanting, according to our situation, what is required, we will feel the Lord's presence. So, that way it's personal.
And as you keep going, it becomes more and more so.
Yeah.
And less. Is this why Sangha dissipates at some point? And then is this why Sangha dissipates at some point and then
Sangha,
sannyasa takes over?
no. Even in the bhakti path, even in the level of prema, we need association of
I
devotee.
see.
There is
I
no
see.
point where, sannyas or renounced order. Even if a person is taking sannyas, he's only not involved in family, but he's considering the whole world his family. So he's a person whom everybody approaches for their problems to solve. So that way there's never a time when a person is living alone, or that's a danger in bhakti yoga.
I thought it was because he wants one-on-one relationship with the Lord, so
Can
he
have
can.
one-on-one relationship with the Lord even when we are in the family and we are active and we are in the society like that. Still can have.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very nice lesson today. I really enjoyed it. Lots of pointers for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Deena Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you once again for a beautiful lesson. I have a question on 9.15. And it's more like a confusion again. So I was just wondering when Prabhupada mentions about the three lower devotees, I guess that's what he meant. So the third one, he who accepts the universal form.
Okay.
Why is that considered lower?
Because the universal form, there is no, you cannot have a personal relationship. And universal form is someone who is so attached to the material body and the material world and cannot conceive of the Lord as anything else, as a person other than that. And there are times in the passage of Brahma's day, there are many yugas where Bhakti Yoga is not given or not even known. That's why he says this is most confidential knowledge. So at that time, where they would go, universal form is the only way to uh, approach the Supreme Lord. So one Prabhuji was saying, if it's very difficult to offer even for Bal Gopal or Krishna, imagine offering for universal form. He would eat the whole universe. How much we would cook and give also, it's not enough. So this is since there is no personal relationship we can maintain and no bhakti, and so that is why it's one step lower. I mean, there's only realization of his impersonal aspect
I see.
predominantly available.
So it's basically incomplete. So as long as somebody's understanding, the Paramatma and, the personality and the Vishwarupa, all of them, like they are mentioned in the Gita, that's a complete understanding, right?
Yeah, that's a complete understanding. Yeah. So they have understood parts, it's incomplete. Right.
Got it. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for reading through, Mataji, and asking questions. Okay, that's it. Nirmala Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. My question is related to the previous one from purport 9.13, where it is where Prabhupada says that the Mahatmas who are considered to be true devotees, they are attracted to the two-armed form of Krishna and not to the four-armed form of Krishna. So, is it not right to meditate upon the other forms of Krishna like Balaji or Guru Ayyappan, like that?
Actually, I had asked the same question. I remember to my teacher many, many years ago. So, if you see in the other purports, Prabhupada is telling also that we can worship and have a devotional attraction to any other incarnation of the Lord also. Right, Rama, Nrsimha. Otherwise, why their glories are chanted and we are reading them in Bhagavatam like that? So, here it is talking about a person who is in the advanced stages of devotion. So, for him, he's so much absorbed in the Lord that even any other form of the Lord also is not that attractive. Like for a person who is completely, like for Hanuman, Hanuman knows that Krishna is none other than Lord Ramachandra. But Hanuman cannot give up the service to Lord Ram. And same way when it comes to Radharani and the gopis, one time there is a story that how Krishna assumed four arms. And then, he's the same person, Narayana, but they offered obeisances and they asked, where is Krishna? So, for a person who is advanced in absorbing in a particular feature of the Lord, and especially, because he's talking to Arjuna and he's in the form of Krishna. So, it's good for Arjuna to put his mind on him only. But this is basically in advanced, when they're in Bhav Bhakti or Prema Bhakti, like that.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. And yeah, this is what I mean. For us, we are still trying to chant a little, offer a little. I mean, advance little. By the time we do this, only sunrises and sunsets. Like this way, our life also will set soon. How quickly the day passes, like this, the life also passes quickly. So we don't have, we are not yet there to completely, not in the higher stages of devotion. Of course, Krishna can give anything to anyone. We continue to strive in devotional service every day. And then if he is willing and revealing to us, then we will feel that, that is revelation. The next part of bhakti, first is sadhana bhakti, then the next part of bhakti is Krishna reveals to us. Yeah, that is his will, and when he does that, then we will have a form that we are dedicated and attracted to. Okay, devotees, so thank you all very much for joining today. So we will pause here. It's a very beautiful chapter. So please go through these verses, and if you have any doubts, we can discuss. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.